How are you, my dear children? Everyone is fine at home or not? And doing your work? Today we will do perfect grammar in standard third. Open your textbooks on page number 26. This is your lesson number 4. What is the name of the lesson? The name of the lesson is Nouns, Gender. We have already been learning the nouns, different types of nouns we have already learned. Before that we did abstract noun, collective noun, material noun and proper noun. Now we will be doing nouns, gender. Now what is the meaning of gender? The nouns that represents the male, female or the neuter or the common means some things which are non-living that comes under the neuter gender, and the other nouns that represent either it is a male or a female. Now what is the meaning of male? Male means boy, father hai, brother hai, uncle hai, grandfather hai. They all come under king. They all come under males. And who are all females? Mom, sister, auntie, queen. They all come under females. Grandmother. So the nouns that denote male or females are called as gender. Now the male is called as the masculine gender. Now how many different types of genders are there? There are 4 genders of nouns. Nouns में कितने genders होते हैं? 4 genders होते हैं. First is your masculine gender, feminine gender, common gender and neuter gender nouns. Now first we'll start with the masculine gender. So you all have understood what is a gender? A gender means a noun which denotes or shows that this is a male or this is a female or it is a common gender, or means it is a common where it can be a male or it can be a female, and ones which are not living. So it which denotes these is called as the genders. So those nouns are called as the genders. Now as I told you that there are 4 type of genders of nouns. Masculine gender. Now first we'll study about the masculine gender. Father, grandfather and brother refers to males. They are called as masculine genders. That means all the boys. That means your father is there, your brother is there, your grandfather is there, your uncle is there, king is there, servant is there. So they are all considered as, they are all males. So they come under masculine gender. So what is the definition? Definitions I will give you later on in the notebook. Next we'll study about the feminine gender. That means mother, grandmother and sister are females. So they are feminine gender nouns. That means your mother, your sister, your auntie, queen. Then there are many women, all that come under. If you say women, then it is also a female. In women it can be your mom, it can be your sister, it can be your auntie, it can be the queen, any person it can be. So they all are females, so they come under feminine gender. They all come under feminine gender. Males come under masculine gender and females come under फेमिनिन जेंडर्स. मतलब कि जितने बॉयज़ हैं वो सब किस में आते हैं? मेस्कुलिन जेंडर में आते हैं, और जो गर्ल्स हैं वो फेमिनिन जेंडर में आते हैं. नाउ थर्ड इज़ योर कॉमन जेंडर. कॉमन जेंडर का मतलब क्या होता है? व्हाट इज़ द मीनिंग ऑफ कॉमन जेंडर? लाइक डॉक्टर, teacher and lawyer can refer to either a male or a female. They are common gender nouns. That means there are certain people whom we can refer to as a common gender. Supposing I say a doctor can be a girl or a doctor can be a boy. A teacher can be a girl and a teacher can be a boy. We call teacher a sir. A boy, if the teacher is boy, we call it sir, and if a teacher is girl, we call ma'am. Then same way lawyer can be वकील जो होते हैं, it can be a girl and or a boy. Then you have many other things like neighbors. Your neighbors, हम neighbors बोलते हैं generally, so we don't refer to that as she or he. Whether it is a boy, we are referring to the neighbor who is a boy, or we are referring to the neighbor who is a girl. Then cousins, हमारे जो cousin भाई बहन होते हैं, we say only cousins. It doesn't mean that we are talking about the cousin boys or the cousin brothers or the cousin sisters. If we say simply cousins, they come under common gender. But if we say cousin brother, then it will come under masculine gender. And if we say cousin sister, that will come under feminine gender. But simply if we say cousin, that means it comes under common gender. Then student, a student can be a boy, a student can be a girl. Child, a child can be a boy, a child can be a girl. So there are many persons that come under the common gender. By the name we cannot identify whether it is a male or a female, or it is a boy or a girl. Male means boy and female means girl, remember that. Now next is, there are certain things which are non-living things. When these are non-living things, when we refer to, they are called as the neuter gender. What do we call them? We call them as neuter gender, like it is your bag, your pen, chair, table, all these things, fan, book, they all come under neuter gender. That means that all the living things that are denoted by the nouns are in the gender form are called as the neuter gender. So basically, how many types of genders are there? Genders are of 4 types: masculine gender nouns, feminine gender nouns, common gender nouns, and neuter gender nouns. Masculine means we refer to the male or the boys. Feminine means referring to the girl or the women. And the common gender means it can be either a male, man, or a boy, or a girl, or a woman. It can be any person. And neuter gender means which are neither male nor female. That means they are non-living things. Non-living things, you all know what is the meaning of non-living things. The things which does not grow, which does not breathe, or which does not eat. So these things are, those things are called as non-living things. Like bag, chair, कोई भी चीज, object जो होता है, that is all non-living things. So I hope you might have understood. Definitions I will give you in the notebook, and those definitions you have to learn and also write it into your notebook 2 times. Now here is your, from here the exercise starts. Now what is there? Write the feminine gender nouns. Now when the masculine gender is given, you have to write the feminine gender. That means just the opposite of the male gender. If father is there, this is your father. So what is the father के साथ क्या आएगा? What is the feminine gender of father? पापा के साथ क्या आएगा? मम्मी. जो फादर, मदर. प्रिंस मतलब राजकुमार जिसको प्रिंस, तो उसका फेमिनिन जेंडर क्या होगा? प्रिंसेस. किंग, क्वीन. जेंटलमैन, लेडी. नेफ्यू, नीस. मैन, वुमेन. हस्बैंड, वाइफ. bridegroom is your bride. Now you can see that we have changed this masculine gender. मतलब all जितने जो boys थे, जो males थे, उनको हमने किस में convert किया है? We have changed. We have written there. We have not changed, but we have written there feminine gender. मतलब कि father है तो father के साथ क्या आता है? Mother. हमेशा याद रखना कि masculine feminine genders it goes in the pairs. Like pairs के जैसे होते हैं prince, princess, king, queen, gentleman, lady. So that way you have to write. Now next is question number 2. Find the masculine gender nouns in the given word grid. Now you can see this word grid is given. Now in this grid, first of all, you can see these feminine gender nouns are given here. You have to find their masculine genders from the grid. First we'll read out these words: aunt, aunt, sister, madam, nun, daughter, heroine, and this is your goddess. Now you have to find the masculine gender, मतलब कि male form of these words you have to find out. Aunt, aunt के साथ कौन होता है? Uncle. So you have to find out uncle. I have already done it. So where is uncle? This is your monk. Yes, here it is. UNCLE, uncle. Then it is brother, sister. SIST, sister. With sister, भाई बहन हम बोलते हैं पैर में, सर भाई बहन. तो यहाँ क्या आएगा? सिस्टर का ब्रदर. BROTHER, brother. Here it is BROTHER, brother. Then it is your madam. Madam के साथ madam, sir. SIR, sir. Here it is SIR, son. Then daughter, बेटा बेटी, तो क्या होगा? बेटा, SON, son. So SON, son. Here it is SON, son. then it is your nun and monk. Nun means, और nun और monk means जो साधु और साध्वी होते हैं उनको, साध्वी जो होते हैं उनको nun बोलते हैं और साधु means monk होते हैं. So MONK monk. तो यहाँ पर monk हमको monk find out करना है. So this is your MONK monk. This is your heroine, HERO hero. Where it is hero, HERO hero. Now this is your goddess. Goddess के साथ कौन होगा? God, GOD, God. So this way you have to find the answers in the grid. Now next we'll do in the next week. We will be doing on page number 28. This is your question number 3. What is the question? Match the masculine gender nouns with the feminine gender noun. That means simply you have to do the matching. But please don't match, as I've already told you, don't match it. Just write the answers as I have written here and put the numbers like this and then write the answers like this. Before that, you will write here A, B, C, D, E, F, and here the numbers are already given. First, we'll read the column A. This is your bachelor, landlord. Then this is your master, host, actor, and man servant. Again, bachelor, landlord, master, host, actor, and man servant. Now we'll read the feminine gender. Maid servant, actress, spinster, mistress, landlady, and hostess. Now we have to write the correct match. Bachelor, बैचलर के साथ क्या आएगा? स्पिंस्टर. बैचलर मतलब वो लड़का जिसने शादी नहीं की है, और स्पिंस्टर मतलब वो लड़की जिसने शादी नहीं की है. सो विल मैच बैचलर विथ स्पिंस्टर. देन इज योर लैंडलॉर्ड. लॉर्ड का क्या होगा? लॉर्ड का फेमिनिन होगा लेडी. लैंड का तो एज इट इज रहेगा. वी हैव टू फाइंड द फेमिनिन ऑफ लॉर्ड. सो लैंडलॉर्ड विल बिकम लैंड लेडी. इट इज योर ऑप्शन. यू हैव टू मैच इट विथ ई. देन नेक्स्ट इज योर मास्टर. मास्टर के साथ क्या आएगा? मिस्ट्रेस. दिस इज योर ऑप्शन डी, मिस्ट्रेस. नेक्स्ट इज योर होस्ट. होस्ट विल बी होस्टेस. दिस इज योर लास्ट वन इज योर होस्टेस, एफ. दिस इज योर होस्टेस. देन एक्टर, एक्ट्रेस. दिस इज योर एक्ट्रेस ऑफ बी. यू हैव टू मैच इट विथ बी. Then is your man servant. Man servant will become maid servant. मैन सर्वेंट मीन्स वो लड़का जो सर्वेंट का काम करता है उसे मैन सर्वेंट कहते हैं, और जो लड़की सर्वेंट का काम करती है उसको क्या बोलते हैं? मेड सर्वेंट. सो यू हैव टू मैच 1 with C, 2 with E, 3 with mistress D, 3 with D, 4 is your host, F, hostess. Then this is your actor, actress B, and manservant A, maid servant. So you will write the answers like this as I have written: 1C, 2E, 3D, 4F, 5B, and 6A. This is the way you have to write the answers. Don't match by drawing the lines. Now next is your question number 4. Change the masculine nouns to feminine nouns as shown. Now here in the sentences you can see certain words are underlined, and those words you have to change it into, those are all masculine words that are given in the sentence, and you have to change these words into feminine. While changing the words you have to also change the complete sentence, because if this will change, he will also change into she. ही जो है हम लड़के के लिए यूज़ करते हैं, एंड शी वी यूज़ इट फॉर द गर्ल. सो ही इज़ अ प्रिंस. when you are changing into princess, then you cannot write that he is a princess, then you have to change this he also into she. हम he को किस में change करेंगे? फिर she में change करेंगे, क्योंकि हम she we use it for the girls. she हम लड़कियों के लिए यूज़ करते हैं, female के लिए, इसलिए तो हम इसका आंसर क्या लिखेंगे चेंज करते हुए? she is a princess. Now second sentence is the boy helped the old man cross the road. Now where the words have been underlined, one is the boy and other is the old man. These two words have been underlined. When we are changing these two words, we'll completely change the sentence. The boy will change into girl and old man will change into old. Old will remain as it is, man will change into woman. तो हम क्या लिखेंगे यहाँ पर? The girl. How will you change the sentence into feminine? The girl helped the old women cross the road. Man will change into women and boy will change into girl. Boy का feminine girl होगा और man का feminine women होगा. She is my nephew. Which word is underlined? Nephew is underlined. So अब nephew की जगह हम क्या लिखेंगे? Niece. और he की जगह what will write in place of he? We will write she in place of he. So what way we are going to write? She is my niece. What we are going to write? She is my niece. Sentence number 4. My brother's mother's brother is my uncle. Now, which the words that you have that is underlined or given in the textbook, which is underlined, that is your brother and uncle. So these two words you have to change it into feminine. Brother will change into sister. Brother will change into sister, and uncle will change into aunt. Now you can see the sentence my mother's will also change now into father. My father's sister. Brother will change into sister. My father's sister is my aunt. Uncle will change into aunt. As I earlier told you, when you are changing these two sentences, you also have to change the other words of the sentence also. He has two sons. Now two sons. First you have to change the sons. Son को हम के उसमें feminine क्या आता है? Sons का feminine होगा daughters. So he will change into she. She has two daughters. What we are going to write? She has two daughters. Son will change into daughters and he will change into she. So this is the way you have to change masculine nouns to feminine nouns. So please remember that you don't only have to change the underlined words, but you also have to change the other related words in the sentences also to feminine noun. जब आप masculine noun को feminine में change कर रहे हैं तो उसके साथ जो related words हैं sentences के अंदर वो भी आपको feminine noun में change करने हैं. Now next is your grammar point. Now most animals have a common name for male and female. Most animals have a common name for male and female, and they have different names for the males and females. That means sometimes we call an animal as a cat, a dog, supposing we say like that, lion, tiger, cat, dog, ant, deer, monkey, we say like that, but we don't know that whether that animal, when we are saying it is that it is a deer, we don't know that deer is a male or a female. We simply say deer. So those animals, that is a common noun for the common name for the animal. Deer हो गया, dog हो गया, donkey हो गया है, then horse है, fox है. इन सब में हम क्या बोलते हैं? These are the common names that are given to the animals, but they also have the males and the females. तो उनके males और females के भी different names होते हैं. Donkey है तो उसका male और female it's known by the different name. If it is a cat, it is known by different name. If it is a dog, it is known by different name. Fox है तो उसका अलग नाम है. So same way horse है तो उसका अलग नाम है. So all the animals that we call them, we normally say the names of the animals, that is a common name for them, but their males and females also have a specific name. So today in this grid we are going to study the male and female names of some of the animals. Few animals only names we are going to, not all, but few of them we are going to study today. Now common names of animals, ant, then their female is there and male is there. What is the common name of ant is there? Now female is called as a queen or the worker ant, and the male is called as the drone. It is called as the drone, and female is either it can be queen or it can be the worker ant. Donkey, female is called Jenny and male is called as Jack. Cattle, cow and bull. Deer, female is called doe and male is called stag. If we say stag, then we can come to know that is a male deer we are talking about. If we say doe, then it is a female deer. But if we simply say deer, then we'll not be able to identify whether it is a male or a female. Same with chicken. Female is called as hen and male is called as the rooster. Then next is your horse. Horse में female is called as mare and male is called as the stallion. Then fox, female is called as vixen and male is called as a dog. Lion, female dog is called as lioness and male is called as lion. Bear, female is called as she bear and male is called as he bear. Tiger, female is tigress and male is tiger. So by But the common names when we call out, this is the common name, मेल या फीमेल दोनों को ही हम आइडेंटिफाई करते हैं. लेकिन जब हम इसका किसी का स्पेसिफिक नेम लेते हैं, then we come to know whether it is a male or a female. So on page number 29, it's a small exercise. This is your question number 5. Write the male and the female gender for these animals. That means these common names of the animals are there. You have to write there male and female. I have written here M for male and F for female, so that you can come to know, because I have written here M and F, so that male and female you can identify. Cattle, bull, cow, donkey, Jack and Jenny, horse, stallion and mare, chicken, rooster and hen, deer, stag and doe, sheep, Eve and ram, fox, dog and vixen, cat, Tom and queen. So this way you have to write the males and the females of these animals. Now there's a last paragraph is there that we'll do in the next video. Now question number 6 is, given below are some common gender nouns. You can see certain nouns are given. These are all your common gender nouns. That means they can be either male or they can be a female. This is your neighbor, then cousins, farmer, singer. Then we'll read the second line. Friend, baby, minister, manager, adult, artist, scientist, dancer, parent, doctor, lawyer, leader. Then child, teacher, officer, cook, driver, student, person and citizen. Now these are certain words which are included in the common gender noun, because we can refer to them as either male or we can call them as, it can be a male, it can be a female. Artist can be a male, artist can be a female. Scientist also can be a girl or it can be a boy. Same way dancer, manager. So these are common gender nouns. Now there's a small story. It's a lovely story. Listen to your teacher as she reads this story. Then what you have to do? You have to pick out the following from the passage: masculine gender nouns, feminine gender nouns, common gender nouns and neuter gender nouns. These nouns we have to find out from the story. But first we'll read this story of Thumbelina. Now we'll start a story. Once upon a time, a woman was sad because she had no children. A neighbor gave her a magic seed. She put the seed in a flower pot. The next morning, a plant had grown in the pot. The plant had a flower. In the middle of the flower was a tiny girl, no bigger than a thumb. The women called her Thumbelina. So once upon a time, who was there? A woman was there, but she was sad. Why she was sad? Because she had no children. So one of her neighbors gave her a seed. It was a magic seed. It was not a common seed. It was a magic seed. And she put in the flower pot, and the next morning a plant had grown into that, and in that plant was a flower. And in that flower was a tiny little girl whose size was just the size of her thumb. So it was so small in size, just the size of her thumb. So she gave the name Thumbelina. One day, a frog carried Thumbelina away. She cried and cried. She cried and cried. A swallow took a pity on her and took her to a lovely garden. She saw a flower in the garden. In the middle of the flower sat a little man with a golden crown. He was a prince and no bigger than a thumb. The prince made Thumbelina her princess. So one day what happened? The frog carried the Thumbelina away, and when she went away she was crying. Then a swallow took a pity and took her to a garden where you can see where there was a flower. In the garden was a flower in which sat a little man, and that man was with a golden crown, but that man was a prince, so he was having a golden crown, and he was also the size of the thumb. So she made Thumbelina her princess. Now we have to pick the masculine noun. What are the prince and man? Feminine gender, princess and women. Common gender, child and children and neighbor. And what is the neuter gender? Is your seed and crown. So these are the few words that we have found out of all the 4 different types of nouns. I will read out those once again. Masculine gender, prince and man. Feminine gender, princess and women. Then common gender is your children and neighbor. And your neuter gender is your seed and crown. So this you don't have to do it in your notebook. This you will do question number 6 you will question number 7 you will do it in your textbook only. Remaining all the questions you have to do it in your notebook one time, as well as in your work textbook also. You all have to complete your textbook up to lesson number 4, and then I will give you the definitions of all the 4 different types of genders. That also you have to write it in your notebook 2 times. So dear children, there's a lot of homework to do because Sunday is a holiday. So you have to complete this lesson, and then next turn we'll start the new lesson. Till then, bye bye and have a nice Sunday.